Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the UIM Completionist. In the last one I went extremely dry at Calphite Queen, but I persevered, got the Dragon Pickaxe and with it completed the last stash I needed for all the stashes in the entire game, and thus finished a big overarching goal I had for my account, and now we need a new one. And at the end of the last episode I shared that the new overarching goal will be 1 billion GP to fund 200 million fletching, because that's my favorite skill and I love skilling, and that's what we're gonna do. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into it and I hope you'll enjoy. Now, we don't technically need the full 1 billion to fund 200 mil fletching XP. My rough math says that we need about 45 million for the feathers and 855 million for the arrowheads, so that's a total of 900 mil, but I decided to round it out to a clean 1 billion because 1, it makes for a better title and I need those clicks. And 2, I don't want to go fully broke after we're done with this fletching goal, so 1 bill it is, and that's the main goal we're going for now. And to know what we're starting with, I pulled all of the GP from all the coffers around the game, and we're starting with 197 million in coins. So that's close to 20% done right off the get-go. As much as I'd love to carry all my gold around so you can see the progress clip by clip, I'm known to die like a dumbass in Wildy and other places, so I'd rather just deposit it and keep it safe. So we will be keeping every 100 mil at Nightmare Zone coffer, and we're keeping every 10 mil increments here at the Last Man Standing coffer. The main goal is making money, but I still want to complete as many collection log slots as I can, and I have unfinished business with Konar after opening 1100 brimstone chests. I still don't have full Dusk Mystic, which is actually still under raid, so that's expected, but I would like to finish it. So our first money making method will be Konar Slayer. I love stacking stuff, so we will be back to stacking keys. What's our first assignment? Steel Dragons in Brimhaven Dungeon. That's a skip, and that hurts me a lot because even though we completed our 1000th task in last video, I've been bleeding points skipping for Calphites, so I really don't want to spend many of those, and the entire block list will need to be renovated, but that's for another clip. And here it is, the first brimstone key of the grind. Oh, how I missed collecting those. Now, Slayer's fun and all, but I need to work, and at work I'd like to AFK something that can give me GP as well, so my perfect idea is the Bloods, but I don't have the runecrafting outfit, and that would boost the amount of Bloods by 60%. So I went ahead, completed Temple of the Eye, played Gardens of the Rift, and I have 700 searches ready. The average amount required for all the perils is 630, so we have above average, and we need 1350 perils to buy the entire outfit in one fell swoop, so let's go and start the search. Here's the first collection log, Abyssal Perils as expected. Intricate Pouch for the second one. Number 3, Catalytic Talisman. Oh yes, there's the Abyssal Needle. That's a pretty cool one. Especially for UIMs. Let's see. How do I make the big pouch? Let's use it. Let's combine, yes, into Colossal Pouch. And now I should be able to reobtain the Abyssal Needle to stitch my pouches together just by using a regular needle on an NPC, so that's very, very UIM convenient. Oh yeah, we got a dye, an Abyssal Blue dye. I know that can be traded freely between colors, but I really was hoping we get any except green. Now we need 3 dyes in total to color our outfit pieces, and to be honest, let's check how many searches I have left. 248 left, and our pearls aren't looking as great. We might actually not be able to do this. I would hate to have to do more Gardens of the Rift games, but I will if I have to. Another dye, that's the green one. Actually, I didn't even consider it that it might be a different collection log slot. So now I'm happy we got the green one. We can switch it to any other. Just let's get the third one now. And maybe enough pearls for the outfit. That would be swell. Oh yes, there it is. Abyssal Lantern. Now, I don't need it anymore. I'm hopefully done with Guardians. But we can sell it for 100 pearls. So I'm still 8 short, even if that happens. How many searches we have left? Like, for sure we will get some pearls in 57 searches, right? Oh, yes. Peace of mind washed over me. And happiness. I'm so glad. Let's equip this, actually. It looks so good, too. Now, asking too much is asking for trouble, but would it really be so bad to get the third die, so I can have my little blue outfit? We actually crossed the 100 pearl, 1,000, we actually crossed 1,254 pearls, which after we sell the lantern for 100, we have enough for the full outfit. So functionality is completed. Now, let me get that third die so I can look cool while runecrafting. That is it. That's all the searches. We didn't get the last die, and the Abyssal Pearls picked up at the last moment, so I don't even need to sell the lantern. It's not storable, so I would have to stay here and do Guardians some more, which is not something that I would like to do. So let's open the last pouches and I will think about what to do. Oh, crystal key and the lamp. Cool, we will open that shortly. Let's put this into Herblore and give me a second. 2 dice in 700 searches is slightly lucky, so I decided I will not press my luck any further. Let's just buy the outfit. And what I'll do with the dice that I have left and with the lantern, I will not be selling any of those. Instead, I will just dev bank them in Hespori and they will stay there. And if I get a random burst of motivation, I will come back here and try to get the third one. And if I lose them to dying to a boss or something, then well, it is what it is. At least we got our outfit and we can now get 60% more blood runes. Let's also sell all of the runes I got from the minigame. And that's close to 8.7 mil. Alright, here's the deal. I know that if I don't complete it now, I will regret it forever. So I got 300 more searches. Let's get that third die. Sadly, no luck this time. But the rift is at a clean 1000 searches. I guess we will have to ruin that number. And I still don't have any collection log slots from the pouches, so maybe we will get rewarded in the end. No luck here as well. Alright, 100 more, let's go. Yes, there we go. There's the Abyssal Blue die. It's not the red one that I wanted for the collection log, but we have all 3 that I wanted. I have the 2 dev banked, so after this opening is finished, I will go pick them up and we will color the outfit. Hello Arno, I would like my 2 dice, please. And let's color the entire outfit. Very pretty blue color. I gotta say, it looks nothing like on the dye bottle, but I think that's even a thing that happens if you like look at the paint. It appears darker than it is if you put it on your walls. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm looking like. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I stuck it through. Looks fantastic. Really happy, even though it's just a cosmetic, you know, it's the small things, it's the little things. And the last thing to do here is to spend some pearls. I have 900 and almost 50, so we can get one more collection log slot for the Ring of the Elements. And now for the remaining 500, I could drop them, but I might as well just buy a spare Hat of the Eye. And we can start another set in our POH because I think they store separately. And maybe one day when we come back for the pet and for all the remaining log slots, then we can color the outfit red because I like the red color too. I wanted to steal your attention for a moment and talk about my free-to-play UIM because I just alked my chisel, and that is not only -1 precious nature rune that will not go towards smithing training, but it's also a forced teleport out from Ogress's cave because without a chisel I cannot get my precious 0-time crafting XP. So I complained in the clan chat, as you do, and Equal Bestie actually recommended a plugin called Alk Blocker. So I downloaded it and configured it, and now if I try to alk my chisel, and well, a bunch of stuff that I added towards that, you cannot alk it, it's grayed out as you can see, and if I try to force alk the item, it won't let me. So it looks weird, but if it's gonna prevent me from alking something important in the future, then that's a great shout, so thank you very much. And another thing that might seem pretty minor but is actually pretty big for the UIM is I think it's high time to alk the rune Full Helm. I kept it in my inventory just in case I wanted to do some melees for such a long time, but I was down to 4 inventory spaces and that is not fun at all, so I think it's high time to alk it. And actually I'm still on the Ogress's grind, so if we need another one, then I can just keep another one. Inventory looks much cleaner now. Since I have my AFK activities sorted, now it's time to go back to Slayer, and the first task I got after coming back is Alchemical Hydra, which, believe it or not, is my favorite boss in the entire game, so I'm really excited to come back, and also really excited to test out Bando's, because I believe this is the first time I'm actually gonna use Bando's armor. I did really quick calcs comparing Lance with Bandos to Bofa with Crystal Armor, and using melee is like 2 DPS more, which is huge, 10 DPS compared to 8 DPS with Bofa, but using range I would have higher uptime, plus Hydra drops ranging potions, so I think since we plan to do a lot of Slayer and we will get a lot of Hydra tasks, I will probably switch back and forth, but for now I'm feeling melee Hydra. I actually love Hydra, man. It's so good to be back. I can see myself actually grinding a pet from this place. I just got poisoned. Usually I don't go for pets, but for Hydra it's just such a cool pet and such a great boss. Might as well greenlog it. First drop since we came back, a Hydra leather. As I stated multiple times, I don't really want to get Ferocious gloves. Barrow's gloves are not too much weaker, and I really enjoy how versatile they are. So, versatile I think is the word. So yeah, this is just alt GP. 2 crystal keys in one trip, honestly, more stoked about this than the leather. 11 mil to the alt. 3000 Hydra. At the start of the year, I was deciding on my RuneScape goals for 2023, and for the free-to-play account, the goal was 15 million ranging XP, and after I achieved that in June, the next goal was 100,000 nature runes, and I knew I cannot complete it this year, so I just decided I will try to get 75 million range XP by the end of 2023, and today, in the middle of December, let's shoot this giant once, and that is 75 million ranged XP on the free-to-play UIM. Really proud of it. I will continue ranging for now because we're still a little bit over halfway to the 150,000 nature runes goal, but I'm really glad I was able to get 75k. It looks very clean. And well, yeah, I'm gonna continue ranging. I got 2 Dark Totems from Slayer, so I sent them and we got back-to-back 40 Onyx Bolt tips, so thank you for cooperation, Mr. Scotizo. Alking 80 Onyx Bolts will be a generous addition to the cash stack. After completing the Hydra task, I got a Slayer Cape proc for another task, and then after doing Slayer for a bit, I got a third task, so 1 build GP is a very long goal. I can keep doing that forever, so I decided now is a good stopping point for a little break, because Hydra can sometimes get to you. And it's time to do a couple of miscellaneous things I've been meaning to do for a while, and one of them is the Christmas event. I want to get something from it to decorate my POH, and here is the event completed, and I think on this character, this is the first time that I have completed any Christmas event at all. Mostly just did the events on my free-to-play character. So I want to... What am I doing? I can just teleport there. I want to go to Diango and recover some things. I watched a video by a friend some time ago, and he was decorating his POH, and I thought, you know what? That's exactly what I should do. POH is such an essential thing for UIMs, and I've been kind of treating mine very utilitarian. I didn't put much thought into decorating it at all. And while we will spend some GP on it, I think it's worthwhile investment. And one of the rewards for the Christmas event is those goblin decorations, and if I understood it correctly, I can use them on my ornate pool in the building mode. 1 second. To make the frozen ornate pool of rejuvenation. Oh, yes, proper festive look, but we're not done here. I also wanted to just add some general decorations here because, well, this POH is very much the meme. Guys will live in spaces like this and see nothing wrong with it. And for the longest time, I've been meaning to build those topiary bushes, and you can fashion them into some different bosses. No, I didn't. Oh, actually, this worked. Okay, so what just happened was I wanted to make an alchemical Hydra because that's my favorite boss, as I mentioned in this video, but I misclicked. So, yeah, it worked out. So we have a Hydra bush here, and I have another bush here because there is 2 superior gardens. And in this one, I don't know what I'm gonna build yet. Let's see. What do we have here? I could build KQ because of that very long grind, but I really don't want to do that. So maybe we will go with Scotizo? This kinda looks like KQ standing upright. But I guess it's Scotizo. For the longest time, I've also wanted to build a kitchen at my POH. I had one when I was leveling construction, and then I deleted it to save space, but now I really want to have a stove, because every time I have like raw sharks or some other raw food, I just teleport to Myth's Guild to use the stove there, and that's very inefficient. I went ahead and did a little bit more decorating. We are 2 mil down from buying all the planks and other materials, which is maybe not ideal when you're trying to get a lot of GP, but I promise you it's worth it. Let me give you a little quick tour. So I added rugs everywhere it was possible. Those little patches of red instantly make everything just seem better because previously it was just plank boards. Added those portraits and landscapes and the maps and swords wherever I could. The bushes we already had and the pool of rejuvenation. I added curtains here in the portal nexus. You can barely see them, but you could use the goblin decorations on them to make them little festive curtains. So that's a little nice accent. And this is one of my favorite rooms now, the altar. I didn't know you can build a Bob the Cat icon, so we have that, and we have the stained glass windows, which I also love. Plus they have little, you know, it looks like a little paw here. That's lovely. And we have the organs, and there is actually a statue you can build, and depending on what kind of icon you have, it built the Bob the Cat statue, because I have the cat icon, so that is also amazing. And then I built the pet habitat. The choices weren't great, so I went with the polar one, even though it strikes a big difference to the other layout of the POH, but I really like what it looks like. And of course, I had no idea you can build scratching posts, so we obviously had to get one of those. I decorated this room a little. There is no lectern because I don't need it for anything now, but I built this large orrery and it cost me close to 1 million gold, so that was probably the single biggest expense. And we finally built a telescope. At some point I'd like to get into doing shooting stars, and I will preferably scout them myself because I don't want to use any Discord scouted ones and then have them be over in a couple of seconds. This is the newly built kitchen, and you might notice a lack of the sink, because once we are done with our fletching goal, I will not really have anything to spend gold on, so I will be building the golden sink. Might be too early to say that, but that is the plan for now. It's only 100 mil, but fleshing comes first. This is the clock making room. I keep it just in case. I added all the tools here and built some workbenches just so it looks a little better. And this is the final room just for my KQ head. I could probably delete it, but it can hang out here in the background. So yeah, that is my POH. Looks much more like a home than a house now. There's one more thing that I meant to do for the longest time, and that is to drop the Ring of Suffering. It served me well, very well in fact. It's the first legit ring that I had long before I got my Berserker ring. Actually, I got my Berserker after I maxed. But I used up all of the charges in it, and I just don't see myself using it anywhere. Either I just use the Berserker ring, even if it doesn't provide me any bonuses, or I use the Explorer's ring. So I think this is just a drop. Nice, close to 10 million to the alt. And that will be it for the video, so thank you very much for watching. I'm in my Hydra gear again because the break was nice, but it's time to go back to Mount Carolm and slay some more Hydra. I still enjoy this boss, although with Christmas preparations going on at the moment, I don't know if I'll get any time to play, to be honest, but yeah, it's a little hectic. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We started the video with 197 million coins and ended it with 231, so that's 34 million profit. Although we did spend a little bit on construction, and that's not all the profit we got. I got some blood runes, I got some battle staves, so we will actually grow faster than it's shown in raw GP, but that's what I want to track for now. Yeah, I think I said that 2 times already, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you had a fantastic day, happy holidays, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.